What is going on, everybody? Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks because we're going over the Ring of Immortality Prize Wall Evals. That's right. We've got the Premium Emblem Medallion Prize Wall, the Monthly Prize Wall, the 5-star Prize Wall, and the much-awaited, long-awaited Midweek Month-long Champion Prize Wall Eval. Lots to go over here. So as I said already, make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks because this is going to be a doozy. First up, you will notice that I have already got one of these here for the Premium Emblem Medallion Prize Walls. That was because this was actually going to recruit me Hall of Fame Goldberg on the weekend that you could get a lot of bonus rewards for having him. So I went ahead and did that. I was actually, I think, 4 shards short, so I wasn't really happy that I had to spend the medallion on him here. Would have been able to get me 2 of these 6-star gold medallions instead of just 1. So what we're going to go ahead and do right now is we're going to get the 1, and we're going to go ahead and get the Yoko since that's the only thing left, which I'm sure will just be some shards, but hey, anything's better than nothing, am I right? So, very quick and simple. The NWO Tested Loyalty, one of the worst plates in the game, honestly. Not enough of a boost, way too rare of a trigger. Not worth spending the 4 emblems on. The loot, not horrible, so went ahead and got an extra coin there. Yoko's actually pretty darn good, especially if you have a couple of his gears. Can fill the board with some botch gems, which is nice because botch gems will always cause your opponents to do 0 damage. So doesn't matter how strong you are, if you can only do 0, it's still 0. So not bad. Snoop, okay, really not fantastic in today's day and age of the game. He's an okay coach, and that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have a drip plate, maybe you can use him, but he really falls off the higher up that you go at 6-star silver, 6-star gold, etc. Nash, as good as he is, as cool as he is, all that type of stuff, he's available in the regular Showdown, what's it called? Store, I guess. So you can get him shard-wise, or you can get him at 5-star silver full as a character. So the idea of spending 3 medallions on a 6-star bronze Nash, not really my cup of tea. And as you can see, again, shards, right? If you need shards of the characters, they are available here. I needed the Goldberg ones, and I took them. So there you go for the premium emblems. We'll wait for our little red ring. Next up, super duper quick, the 5-star prize wall. If you had a 5-star Molly Holly, which was gettable, by the way, if you managed to get her starter pack at the beginning of the week. I think it's the pro one, whatever the one that's $100 is, the big boy starter pack. They sold enough tokens on the weekend where I don't even think it was sold, actually. I think you just played the event and you got enough tokens by playing the week and the weekend, and you could take her up to 5-star. So that's how I ended up getting these 3 medallions. There's obviously some month-long prize wall. There's some Fury medals, which no way is that worth it. The 6-star, and then, sorry, not the 6-star, my apologies, the 60% and then the 100%. I would be suggesting, obviously, if you got all 3, go for the straps. If you got 2, go for the straps. If you only get 1, go for the medallions. Don't waste your time on the medals. So for me, I got 3 of them. I'm going to go ahead and take my Unbreakable Crown and my 2 straps, a Hall of Famer 100% gem and move damage for Technician. So that's always nice to get some new stuff there. Alright, we're done with the 5-star prize wall. Now we can go forward to the Discount MLC prize wall. So this one's actually kind of interesting because we only had 3 weeks. Everything is pretty much on a significant discount. So these are typically like 8,000 and they're reduced to like 4,000. This month they're only 1,000 for these token bundles. I'm going to be getting all of them because you always use tokens. These guys maybe not so much, although they're only 600, so I might look into these as well. We'll see. This is a huge discount too, as well, down to 680. The spare change only got chopped in half, which I thought was interesting. The big baller got chopped in like a third, I think. Like a lot of this got chopped down. Real simple. I mean, what I would suggest again, look for what you're short on, pick that up. That's the plain, long short of it. For me, I always like TP. I always like tokens. So I'm gonna go through and I'll pick up my items, and along the way I'll explain to you, I guess, why I'm picking up my items. So as I said earlier on, I will take all of these token bundles because I'm always going to have a need for tokens. I'm always going to be moving characters up regardless what they are. The only exclusion to that is Hall of Famers, or the way that the game currently works is the free-to-play character with those free-to-play tokens. Everybody else still costs tokens. So might as well get them. There's no reason not to. And then for me, I typically trace after TP. So like, it's going to seem silly, but for 650 prize wall, I can get 10,000 TP. And yes, I know that it's the end of the month, so like I don't need these universal turnbuckles anymore, and I'm probably not going to be able to have enough tokens to evolve Molly Holly. That's okay. I'm still going to take all of these TP bags. That's like my immediate go-to. So we're going to go ahead and claim all of these real quick. Alright, so all of those are gone, over and done with, no problemo. As you can see, I always buy the weekly Evo pack. The Blitz ticket bundle, not bad, especially for 300. That'll probably be a cleanup item of mine since we're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of prize wall to spend. At the current rate, I will probably honestly be getting every bit of TP that I can. So this one, instead of for 60, is now 165 for 2,000. So only 1,600 for 20k TP. I will be getting as many of these as I can as well, and the tokens that come with it, sure, that's fine. Alright, so all of those are purchased as well. I was going to say, I think this one has a little bit of TP in it, but, I mean, price-wise, not really something I'm sold on. This one's not horrible as well. This one has 5,000 TP instead of just 2,000 TP. That's kind of what I'm chasing down right now is TP. Tokens I'm okay with. No need for keys and coins and all that jazz right this second. And I don't think I see any other TP down here. So I'm going to just find all the TP that I can find. So I don't mind this one, but this is a little expensive compared to just getting these. But I'm probably going to end up just buying all of these because I have enough prize wall that I'm sitting on. So we're just going to go ahead and claim all of our TP. Alright, so all of those are purchased. The Big Baller's done. Champ Combo, Pack 2, 3, and 4 are done. 1 does not come with any TP. It's just coins and some turnbuckles for the month. The month is over. There's no point in getting those. This is just cleanup crew stuff for tokens at this point. And there's coins up here. So for 7,500, I might end up just taking the billion coins. These token bundles I wanted to look at, but I don't think this is worth enough for this much. I might circle back and pick up a couple of these towards the end of the, I guess the end of my I don't know, stockpile of prize wall here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 1 billion coins, mainly because I have the prize wall to spend. And as odd as this is going to sound, these are really only just token packages here. This one comes with TP, but the selling point of this is the tokens, so not really worth spending that much for 500 TP. Pretty weak stuff. The medic pack, not horrible if you need some health packs. Again, more of a cleanup crew item. I'm not buying the ultimate straps anymore. There's really no need to get those with how often they are making straps like that available for us. So as odd as this is going to sound, I've gone through about 25,000 of my 66,000 prize wall and on the discount wall, and I'm actually going to go ahead and hop on over to the regular prize wall here. Now these guys are obviously, everything's double in price. I'm not really sure that I'm sold on getting all of these guys, so what I'm going to do is the same thing that I did before, which is I'm going to go and hit up all of the TP packages first, and then we'll see where that puts us with our remaining prize wall. And then I will take a trip back on the rest of this prize wall, possibly go to the rest of the discount prize wall and check the rest of that out. Alright, so we're done with our TP purchases, and I'm feeling pretty darn good about them. So from the discount prize wall and the regular prize wall combined, we have picked up about 156,000 TP, and that cost us about 53,000 prize wall. So that was not too bad at all. We're down to about 13 left. I can get these token bundles. I can pick up another 500 mil on coins. I can pick up some blitz ticket items. This is all essentially just cleanup crew stuff. There's really no need for me to purchase anything on this wall other than if it was dupes. So the very top end of these token sections, these bundles here, I could buy these here again, or I can get this 500 mil. For me, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect on coins. Obviously, no one's perfect on any resources, but I'm pretty comfortable on coins. I'm pretty comfortable on tokens as well. But I think, if anything, I'm going to check my account for what tokens I have remaining, and I'll probably end up picking up a couple more of these token bundles, and I will probably go ahead back to this discount wall, skipping the token bundles up there, and maybe just picking up some cleanup crew stuff, like some blitz bundles, and maybe some of the medics, where is it, the medic ones with some health packs, some prop packs, things like that. But I feel like we've gone over essentially enough of the Ring of Immortality monthly prize walls, enough. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what this eval is going to be about. It is the month-long midweek champion prize wall eval. So, long story short, there's a lot of Hall of Fame gears on here. When I say a lot, I feel like I'm probably not getting the message across. But if you haven't checked out this wall in the month, check out this tab. That's a lot of gears. I lost track for how much I'm scrolling, but this is a significant amount of Hall of Fame gears. So, yeah, if I were to suggest anything, I would take a peek at your own roster and see what characters that you do have, and possibly go ahead and pick up some gears for the guys and gals that you like using on your account. There's, in my opinion, way too much value in these gears to just simply let them go by. I know a lot of people will tell you, grab the moments that you're missing out on. The only thing I will tell you, which they did add all the way at the bottom here in the bottom right corner, is the Summer of Champions moment token, because everyone's been chasing 8 of these. That is very insignificant amount of month-long midweek prize wall, so yes, go ahead and get that if you are chasing that moment still. It is an insignificant amount of prize wall compared to what everything else costs. The straps and medals, these have always been here since they released this month-long midweek prize wall. It's not really the end of the world. For me, you know, I've been chasing my 100% move damage strap for Modern Striker. I don't even think I want to do that with all of these Hall of Fame gears available. The story finished moment and another strap on the surface, as well as the Hall of Fame Vader gold gear. This, again, to me has way too much value to just let it slip by, because this is not something that is on every single month-long midweek prize wall. For me, DDP, definitely top-notch with both of his gears. Again, in this case, though, you do need a drip plate. So if you don't have that, maybe not worth getting both of his gears. He's already very capable of punching up as is with no gears. Foley, very strong with both gears, as I was mentioning in an earlier video of mine. Plenty of people in the faction have been taking him up and run him triple yellow, and he is very, very, very strong. Hall of Fame Beefcake, outside of JBL, definitely best Hall of Fame trickster in the game. And for a lot of people, he's still arguably their best trickster, period. With one of the Royal Rumble 30 plates, the new black Royal Rumble 30 plate, it's a huge pickup there, so worth getting his gears too. Hall of Fame Vader, I'm a little oddball on, okay? So for the longest time, and this is a me personal thing, right? This is a 2Bob specific thing. For the longest time, I had this guy at 4-star silver with a 4-star gold fuse up, because that's where his shard recruit was. I had enough to just fuse him up there, which to me didn't make any sense. I was capable of pretty much beating every requirement in the game with a 4-star Vader. Like, it was just nothing. It was clockwork. Everything was turning to paste with those power gems. The silver gear gives an extra 100% power gem damage. And it's not that expensive. It's only 5k. However, if you're trying to use him for speed and his immobile gem setup, and you might already have the Vader moment, and maybe you did get the Royal Rumble 30 black plate, like, there's a lot of things that play into it. He can be a significant hitter for something like Feud, or even possibly something like Boss with black and immobile gems, if you have both of his gears, a nearing end plate, the moment, the Royal Rumble black 30 plate. There's a lot of things that goes into it, but it's not needed if you already have Vader. He's already so good and strong enough with power gems without all of those additional things. So it's a complete personal preference on Vader. That's where I'm going to leave it on him. As I mentioned about Foley, you'll see Foley's gears are actually pretty cheap. DDP and Beefcake's gears are both over 11k for the gold. Foley's is only 8k for the gold. Again, Foley's good if you like using them and you want to use a Hall of Fame powerhouse. That triple yellow, which is a sub move set, will go to turn 2. Very strong. Nothing wrong with it. Neidhart gear. Neidhart really only needs one of them these days. Getting a second one, it's kind of like just having a 100% move damage strap. Like, that's it. But the first one allows you to use his triple green moveset super effortlessly, super flawlessly. You can recycle a lot of times, and you can trigger the Sheik Plate. I think it's like 6 times in one turn, 7 times in one turn, something like that. Crazy. I was showing Rusty about this earlier. Neidhart's very, very good. He can't beat every 6-star gold in the game, but he can beat some of them depending on how strong they are or how healthy they are or anything along those lines, like depending on their kickouts and stuff. It's clicky for sure. It takes a little bit of time for sure, but he's good. He's definitely good. Not something that I would spend this prize wall on if you're trying to get some other stuff, though. Hall of Fame Ray. I know a lot of people swear by Ray. A lot of people love Ray. I'm not really one of them. I don't think Ray is going to break into being one of your top of class. So like when I was talking about Beefcake, it's because Beefcake has a likelihood of breaking into your top of tricksters. Not just Hall of Famers, but tricksters. DDP has a chance of breaking into your top of striker. Vader has a chance of breaking into your top of striker. Even Foley has a chance of possibly breaking into your top podium of powerhouses type of thing, depending on if you like that gameplay or not. Ray, as strong as he is, I don't really think he has that opportunity. So I wouldn't suggest these gears, and especially at 11k, I don't think I would suggest that gold gear. It's a little too expensive for my liking. Tori is good. I don't think that she needs her second gear. It's silence gem damage, and I think that her main go-to is with multi-gems, not silence gems. So I wouldn't bother getting a second gear for her. The silver one's cheaper, definitely better. Hall of Fame Angle. That being said, Angle, fantastic. You get MP and you get multi-gems. He is so strong. Again, very similar to Foley. It's a sub gameplay. Foley has Juggernaut gems. Angle has Countdown gems. You wait for them to go off after the sub, and then you profit, right? So Angle, his first gear with the MP, second gear with the multi-gems, really kicks in when you're talking about how much damage that you want to get out of this guy. So if, again, similar to what we were talking about before, Angle has a chance of breaking in to your top of class for striker. So worth going for that if that's your cup of tea. Shawn Michaels Hall of Fame, identical issue to Ray. I think he's okay. I don't think that he breaks into your top of class, even if you have his gears. I also don't think that his gears help him out very much. I think one of them is MP and one is move damage, and he's pretty gem damage based, so it's not really helpful. Mr. Perfect, he's, again, okay. I think he fits into the same issue that we were just talking about with Shawn and Ray. Even though he's a striker, he's not going to fit into your top of class. He's not that strong of a character, even with his gears. Triple H Hall of Fame, he can be okay with enough bells and whistles, but if you are already dedicated to that route, then you already know going into this month if you want to chase his gear or not. You can see that he's equivalent to to X-Pac Hall of Fame's gear price, it's really not that good, to put it kindly. And neither is X-Pac's either, if we're being very open and honest with each other now. Macho Man, Randy Savage Hall of Fame. Macho's still arguably one of the top hitting Hall of Famers in the game. And that comes from the power of both of his gears and the strength of his multiply gems going up because of how little the original strength is. They're only times 3. So having one gear for +1, another gear for +3, the fact that Sherry's added to the game for +4, the fact that Leonardo's added to the game for +3, you can make the base value of those multi-gems really go up. And as that goes up, Macho's ability of continuing to be good through the new metas also goes up. Nash, I mean, I don't know how to say it, man. I've never been a fan of Nash. That's the nicest way to say it. He's okay. He's good enough to be consistent. The fact that he has a gear to make him a little bit quicker, I don't really see any reason for it. It reminds me a lot of the Steiner brothers. The Steiner brothers are consistent. They're just not fast. And Nash is essentially the same thing. He's consistent, just not fast. If you add a gear, it makes him just a little bit faster. It's not all that good. Snoop, as we commented on earlier in this video, hysterically enough, isn't really that great unless you have a drip plate, and even then he kind of falls off. Even with both of his gears, which is MP and gem damage, it's just not enough to keep up. Taker, I know a lot of you out there use Taker for boss battles. Taker is not that great, to put it kindly. He's a red character that uses blast gems and blue gems. It's just not strong. He's okay with the gears. He doesn't really get a huge pick-me-up. The Lita gears also, again, she kind of fits into that X-Pac level of rarity for me, where her gears aren't going to help her become any better than she is. She's just what she is, right? Like, some of these characters are just not good, and that's kind of what it leads to. Her best ability is having a move that can tag out the opponent by force, and the gears don't really help that much with that. Rick Rude, again, just too low of damage. Unless these characters get a revamp, most of them are not going to really see a nice glow up from these gears. Hall of Fame Andre, again, provided you have a drip plate, Hall of Fame Andre is good. Hall of Fame Andre needs a drip plate. He needs both of his gears for the MP and the generation, and that's what makes him decent. He's got 3 black moves that trigger the drip plate 3 times, so that's what you can get a solid amount of damage output with Andre utilizing. Not my cup of tea or type of gameplay. I don't really like dedicating a drip plate to a character that is as old as this. It's nice to know that they can still work. It's not nice to know the requirements that they need in order to work. So not really huge on needing 2 gears, a strong gem damage strap, a drip plate, a Shades of Roman Reigns, and to go through all the board setup manipulation and not trying to break your drip plate gems. It's too much of an engagement for me. But yes, it does make him very, very strong if you have all of these things. Austin Hall of Fame, very similar, right? To X-Pac and to Nash and to Lita and to Rick Rude. Like, these characters just are not strong enough. They do not work in the current meta. It doesn't matter if you're adding 100% silence gem damage to something that does 8,000 gem damage, right? Like, it's just not, it's not enough to get it done. Brett has the armor gears, so if you're trying to build a very heavy armor set character like Brett, there's a possibility that you can make something work there. I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think it's necessary to spend that much on these guys down here. I think that's why they're down here. So not really huge or sold on Brett. It's more of like a for fun type of project, or if you have everything else from all the good ones, and you don't really want to be getting like Austin's gears or X-Pac's gears or Nash's gears or Rick Rude's gears, then yeah, maybe you stumble down here to the Bret Hart section of the wall, but not really significantly worth it. Iron Sheik Hall of Fame gears, they essentially gave those out for free when, unfortunately, the Sheik passed away. So I don't think that anyone should be spending on those. Yes, they're pretty strong gears. I think one of them is like +7 multi-strength, but Sheik is just not a good character in our game. China's gears are fine. One I think is like trap gem damage and generation, so she doesn't really get to start out with any MP, even if you have both of them, which is very odd for a Hall of Fame character. China's again very good with a drip plate in her black setup with the Royal Rumble plate and all that stuff, so she kind of fits in the same boat as Hall of Fame Andre. If you have all of the things and some, then yeah, it'll work. But if you don't, not really worth it. Yoko, pretty solid. He makes a bunch of botch jumps like we talked about before. If you have both gears, and it doesn't matter how strong you are, you can't kick out of a gem that does 0 damage, right? Like, he doesn't do 50 million damage. He does more like 4 or 5 million damage. But if he can manage to do 5 million damage and turn the entire board into botch gems, there's still a chance that he can win. Not a very strong one, but it is there. There is a possibility. Kind of fits into that Bret Hart for fun playtesting area of things. And Dusty Rhodes, both of his gears, very intriguing to see them here. They used to make them super duper expensive, which at the time wasn't even necessary. They didn't need to make them that expensive. Dusty's good. He's not great. With both gears, there's a chance that if you have a lot of heavy bells and whistles, like a drip plate, like a Ghostbuster plate, maybe like one of the new Rumble 30 plates, there's a chance you can turn him into someone that is good, but it is not a great character. Like, if you have all that stuff, and you got DDP with his gears, DDP would blow Dusty Rhodes out of the water with all of the bells and whistles that are required, right? So it's okay. It's not something worth investing in. Hall of Fame Tori gear is MP. Again, we're going to go through all the same characters. It's just offsetting gears. So above they showed Tori's gold gear. This is the silver. Above they showed Kurt's gold gear. This is the silver. They showed Sean's silver and Mr. Perfect silver. These are the golds. Everything that I said about the character still stays the same, regardless which gear you're looking at. There's the X-Pac gear and the Triple H gear. Kevin Nash's gear here too. Obviously the gold Macho gear. And Lawler, which, I mean, I hate to say it, but I made a Lawler video with both gears. It's not good. It's really not good, to put it kindly. So yeah, that's honestly, and I hate to spend so much time on the wall and kind of reviewing it for the negative side of things, but that's kind of what it is here. I am not going to go through and clicking all of my purchases on this one because I need to go and do a double check on which gears I have acquired throughout our Hall of Fame month so that I don't end up buying doubles of the gears that I already have. For example, I wanted to get the Mick Foley Silver Hall of Fame gear. The only reason I know that I'm not going to is because I ended up getting that recently this past weekend. So I was planning on spending $5,000 on the Foley gear. I don't need to anymore because I got it from another loot that came with the gear. So I don't want to double up on any of that type of stuff. And I don't want to make a whole video showcasing going through the search filter and typing in every single one of these characters with all the gears that I'm looking for and possibly missing. But I will tell you, on the surface, I do plan on getting Diamond Dallas Page's gold gear. There is another Prize Wall video that I did, the eval for the Royal Countdown, that has the silver gear on it. I will most likely be getting the silver gear there. I am looking at possibly getting the Vader gold gear too. So 17,000 for the Vader gear drops me to about 30. 11,000, let's just round it up to 12 for the Diamond Dallas Page, drops me to about 18. And then I would have to look at the other gears that I'm missing. I might go with one of the Bret ones for playtesting fun. I might end up getting the gold Ray one, even though I don't think it's worth this price, just because it might be one of the very few ones that I'm missing. I am not really sold on anything outside of those. Maybe I get the Dusty Gears, who knows? Maybe I get the Yoko Gears, who knows? But that is it for the Prize Wall Eval. So that was a lot to go through for the Ring of Immortality Prize Wall. I still have 2 Prize Walls that I need to go through purchasing stuff in after going through all this eval. But that's it for this one. There was enough information in this set of evals. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, then make sure to like the video below. Click that like button. If you have not done so already, please do me a favor and make sure to click that subscribe button. We are less than 5 subscribers away from 450 subscribers. And hopefully soon in the horizon is 500 subscribers. If you have any friends that are concerned with what they want to spend their prize wall on or don't know what to spend their prize wall on, then definitely feel free to share this video with them. Leave some comments below in regards to what it is that you got out of your prize walls. And did you enjoy the Hall of Fame Ring of Immortality MLC? But that is it for this video. So until next time, everybody, have a good one.